I'm a mellow sort of guy. And that's why I invited Luther, my anger translator. Hold on to your lily white butts.
Meet David Litt, until recently President Obama's speechwriter and the inspiration for his anger translator, Luther.
I spent about 4 or 5 years in the White House writing a lot of speeches, and I got to do several of the correspondence dinners, where the president's telling jokes.
The White House Correspondents' Dinner is an annual event where the glamour of Hollywood celebrities, flamboyance of well-known journalists, and the comedic talent of the most serious man in US all mixed together. For a number of years, David Litt has been the lead writer for the humorous remarks delivered by President Obama at this event.
The president tells jokes, but he's the president the day before he tells the jokes, he's the president the day after he tells those jokes. So you need to make sure that he's addressing things that he would be addressing in some form or another, even in a more serious speech. And that tends to be the focus of these topics.
Traditionally, the president pokes fun at the American political and business elite.
No one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing? What really happened in Roswell?
President Obama also happens to be a really funny guy. He has a real sense of humor, and that comes through, and he knows how to use that sense of humor effectively, when he's speaking in public.
President Obama started to demonstrate his sense of humor early on in his speeches as the head of state.
I have to confess I really did not want to be here tonight, but I knew I had to come. Just one more problem that I've inherited from George W. Bush.
As the years passed by, his jokes evolved, as did the president himself, and he never hesitated to own up to that.
And this one is from 2 weeks ago. These days I look in the mirror and I have to admit, I'm not the strapping young Muslim socialist that I used to be.
One of the points of these dinners is it's a chance for the president to take himself down a peg, remind people that he doesn't take himself too seriously, even though he takes the job seriously.
Where did you go to school to be a joke writer for the president?
I studied history in college, so I did not study joke writing. I did improv comedy and I did stand-up comedy when I was in high school. I grew up in New York City, so I used to go to amateur nights and do stand-up. The number one thing you see in successful speechwriters is they tend to be very curious and they tend to read a lot. And they're interested in connecting dots in surprising ways.
Today, David Litt heads the Washington office of the humorous video portal Funny or Die, created by Hollywood actors and producers. Ihar Tsikhanenka, Dmitry Shahov, VOA News, Washington.